it fares. MIBR starting on the defensive side for Furia. You've got to start hard. You've got to start hot. Excuse me. You've got to be able to win the pistol, and you've got to convert that into something. But that's especially tough, given that you're on the attacking side and given that you're playing against a vanilla comp.
Yeah, 100%. Especially with the way that MIBR have been playing fundamentally, where it kind of seems like their protocols on the defensive side are on point, and their retakes were on point. On the last map, they won 8 out of 11 retakes, Doug.
Success everywhere to be found for MIBR. We'll see if that's the case on Ascent. Furia starting to speed up a little bit towards B. Everybody in B main right now. Smokes out. Cortesia first to get a little bit of a challenge. Havoc tagged by the trip, and he's already dead.
Yeah, now there's a crossfire in this back site area.
Oh, that hurts. That shock dart does not feel good. Aspas forced to sit back and watch on the other side of the door. As Furia finding a little bit of room and finding some value on the site. Prize falls. It's labored, but he falls. Now he's left alone in a 1v3. The flash was good, but it was not good enough. The pistol for MIBR.
I gotta say it, Doug. How does Prize not pick off Artsin right there?
Yeah.
Artsin was full run ghost spraying.
Yeah.
But the bullets just couldn't connect from Prize. Prize had the upper hand that entire time. I think a little bit of nerves settling in. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this should never happen when you have the advantage like that. Just unfortunate. I mean, to be fair, the crosshair looks like it's on, but the bullet's just not connecting.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
Not the way you want to start if you're Furia.
No.
Now Shenum sitting in wine with a Vandal. The double flash setup here, but that dagger connects onto both.
Yeah, the knife tagging them. They should know where a lot of hit is coming from, and he... Okay. Yeah. Right.
You think Furia are having fun yet, Doug?
I don't... This doesn't look like they're having fun. This does not look fun.
Down A.
I mean, the desk was right, though. I mean, it could potentially be your last map of stage 1.
Well, surely you don't...
Why not go out and a bang, I guess?
Yeah, we just haven't seen the bang.
That was tough. That was tough, but...
It's an eco round. Furia will have guns now. They're going to have heavy armor on 3 members, including guns across the board. And it's, I mean, it's not a strong bonus for MIBR here. You've got a Marshall. Never mind. They've kind of juggled things around a little bit. A Stinger for RZ and a Bulldog for Verno.
See what Aspas can do here in B main with this Marshall. See if he can get maybe a tag on the player. Have a fast trade coming through from Verno. This is the 1-2 punch.
They have the wall up here.
Ooh.
He's stuck on the other side of it. He's just takes some high ground. He's baiting him into the swing. Wall goes down. Not relenting.
Just beckoning a fight, and look at how much info that these B main players have gathered. Baiting out the Vice wall. Now, if B side is taken, there could be a late flank from one of these players at A rotating in.
There's a part of the problem for Furia right now is that they're going to have to wait for any of their refreshable utility, or they're going to contact out. And guess what? I mean, the setup that MIBR have makes it to where if you try to contact out, you're going to have a hard time. But that said, of course, Havoc gets a kill into Aspas, and they have space.
Yeah. Want to keep track of Shenum right now on Catwalk. He's going to be able to get this flank in if he decides to go for it. See if he decides to go market instead.
Remember, he does have a Vandal, too.
Big firepower right there. Great flash. But Verno not punished.
No, Verno repositioning, staying alive, swinging on to the first, looking for the second.
Player standing.
And he does settle.
Spike down B.
Shenum left in a 1v3. Instantly dropped. Furia get the first round.
Yeah, Furia dealt with that B main pressure pretty well. I mean, not falling right there. Also not afraid to kind of push Aspas back and take that refight. That being said, that was Aspas with a Guardian. Now he's going to have an opportunity to upgrade his weaponry. A nice head-to-head right there from Havoc, getting the first blood. And something Furia did really well in the last map was get first bloods. I mean, they got 7. They just weren't able to convert.
Right.
They only won 2 out of the 7 rounds they got the first blood in. So you look at the other end of MIBR, every single first blood they got, I mean, converted into a round win for themselves, so.
Good flash. Oh, Shenum, this is bold, son. What a freak.
There's no way they know.
Oh, he swings on the other side of the flash. Not finding a kill yet, but the second dip is it.
The thing is, everyone was still so blind that they didn't know he was in wine. They thought he was just peeking from main. So Khalil just drops.
Yeah, that paranoia must have hit all 5, and then the KO flash was good too.
Exactly.
Good tag onto Aspas.
Yeah, good intuition from Havoc right there.
9 HP. Heat, a really nice swing. And MIBR choosing to rotate away.
Yeah, here comes that pivot. I mean, they need to go now, though. They can beat this rotation. There's 3 members still at A side. Everything is going to be left on Cortezia.
Nicely done to clear the trip out mid, too. Apply a little bit of pressure. One more trip you're going to have to deal with on the site.
Yeah, it's been in the same spot almost every round. Great punish from Heat.
30 seconds left.
But they're slowing down. You talked about how they needed to speed up around this and try to beat the rotations. Plucked out of the sky. Cortezia trying to hold the line himself. Falls, but now without doing a little bit of damage. A 2v2, Aspas still with an op.
Spike planted.
Shannon with 25 HP, trying to find a window to play in. He's got a smoke.
Nobody beating Aspas right now.
No, keep a close eye on Heat's flash.
Last player
Right on
standing.
cue, connecting, and Shannon falls. Fury gets another one as well. So Fury tie us up at 2.
Good wide swing. The start of the round was looking so promising for MIBR. Shenum, he probably could have gotten more than one right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough, though, when people are jumping around like that to control the spray. You think of Shenum, you think of headshots. You don't think of spray downs, right? But this kill from Heat right here on a catwalk, I mean, both is what allowed Fury to have all that map control. And yeah, that Vice utility in the post plant, yeah, that flash doesn't hit, but that swing was more than enough for Fury to gather up a second round win. And this is kind of like the story that we saw in Icebox on their attack.
One suppressed.
Lose the pistol, lose the eco round, and then
Watching here.
convert your gun rounds.
Yeah, the prologue is the same. And I guess this is the part of the story where the hero starts to best the villain, and it's a happily ever after ending. Havoc's already down.
Or die!
Shem's gonna get a lot of value off this paranoia. The drone getting tagged first. Heat has found a window. Creeping out of tree. He's already got back sight. Shenum's lit up and he's dead.
There.
Very nicely done. And Cortezia is going to be on the slate flank, but by the time he arrives, Verno's not able to take any space, and now he's dead too.
Spike planted.
Furia, it's looking good in terms of the strategy and their approach right now on this attack side. That's 2 rounds in a row they've used the door smoke and had Heat lurk all the way up catwalk.
Cage 3.
Cortezia just trying to get any damage he can right now. Maybe try to bust the economy of Furia. That's starting to build a little bit here.
Oh, I think he's going to go grab a better weapon, save it into the next.
Oh, that's that operator.
That's a better weapon. Wow. Yeah.
Aspas beat Havoc in a 1v1 holding an angle with a Vandal, and he got swung by an op. I'd like to get a replay of that. That must have been an insane shot.
Yeah, I missed that.
Operator saved. Oh, man, that's going to be... That might be rough for Furia in this future attack.
Well, yeah, I think that puts MIBR in an interesting spot here because...
Do you buy?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Do you try to force up around it, or do you just put the game in your shooter's hands?
Maybe just a little bit of a light buy, I would assume. But yeah, so far Furia on this attack side, a lot of the success has been revolved around Heat. Getting these good lurk timings, finding the gap. No utility really on that catwalk because the Cypher is playing B.
They're not investing around the op. All of the hit is towards B. And it's just Sheriffs.
Good call.
Verno, oh my gosh! I mean, the dart and then the chow into the cage.
Just no fear whatsoever.
So aggressive, so egregious, and now he's still playing on Khalil's TP backside. Is he going to be able to land the shot? Yes, he will. Connects onto 2. Damage has been dealt. No real opportunity to upgrade a weapon, though, and the op has arrived. But can it connect? There's so much on the shoulders of this operator right now. He's going to have to take space and connect on a shot, and he does. Rafa falls, a 4v2. Traded back. Artine upgrading a weapon. It's a clip run drive for prize. It all falls down into 1v1. Artine swinging forward, trying to get the best of Heat. The flash connects. Time ticking away. I don't know that he's going to find a way in. Wow. Beautifully played. I don't know that there's a way for our team to do this. He's got to land the shots on Heat right now, and he can't.
Not ready yet.
I mean, even with the kill not coming through, the time is bought. The round is furious.
What a fight. What a fight. I mean, both players really giving it their all. Neither one being able to connect right there, but Heat, again, having immense impact on this attack side with this Vice.
9-3 for him right now.
Yeah, he's playing great. Verno,
I mean, 4 targets lit up.
playing so far ahead, really aggressive, even this kill that he got back sight. But Heat in these moments, he's been very clutch. I mean, we saw Prize in the last round as well. Do really well towards that A site this time, getting 2 clutch kills to put Heat in a spot to close out that last round. And now MIBR on a timeout. So Furia, it looks like they still have some fight in them. They don't want to lose this series. They want to try to come out with a win in stage 1.
Just a couple seconds away right now as you see Fraud trying to talk to the troops and get a plan formulated.
Yeah, guys, this Heat players, he just keeps lurking up. We got to look for him, man. I'm wondering now if we're going to see a shift in setup from Cortesia.
Maybe. I do think, as you can see it on your screens right now, there are 5 ults up for the side of MIBR. So you know that's a massive part of the conversation here. Given that Aspas is going to have that up, given the 5 ults that they could play around, you imagine they're building a plan around that.
Yeah, for the side of Fury, you're going to have to try to bait some of those out. Maybe a tap of a spike, trying to get Verno's ultimate, that Hunter's Fury offline. Not get punished by it either. But the retake is going to be so strong from MIBR, wherever they decide to use it.
And remember, that was a large part of the success that they found on Icebox. All right, we might have a game on our hands here, folks.
Just pre-fired to oblivion. That's a free B site now for Furia.
Tasty on the other side of it. Remember, Verno has his ult, Artine has his ult. There's a lot of retake potential here, as you were mentioning.
Yeah, Verno's setting up right now to use that ultimate as well. That kill on Rafa from Artsin is huge.
It's going to help him. Look, take a close eye on the minimap. Heat is going all the way back into their spawn, and he's going to catch 2 asleep at the wheel. 2 kills found, and the retake attempt has been stuffed.
I mean, it just looks like Heat has had enough. Heat and Prize, the duo again. 3 back-to-back rounds, securing multi-kill on multi-kill.
It's not fast enough.
Heat's intuition on this attack side, it just looks like he knows every single rotation that MIBR make. How has he crept all the way back there? And that pre-fire from Havoc, I mean, he didn't think that it was going to be a rifle there. Maybe trying to pre-fire Aspas with that operator. But he'll take it.
No one escapes my...
Got a game on our hands, Doug. 5 rounds for Fury on attack Ascent. That's huge.
Blades popped. Havoc looking for a target from Cat. Not going to find one. The knife also not tagging.
Yeah, random use of utility from MIBR.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing about the flash.
Maybe a little uneasy with the util, but Furia did throw smoke into A main early on there, so a good exchange.
They've also gotten through, so at this point they've gotten through one of KO's flashes and the paranoia from Omen.
And they've gotten all of B main control with that KO dagger being used. So right now, MIBR are kind of lost. They don't know what's going on. Furia have approached this round masterfully.
I think it's a combination of things. I think they're lost, but then also they don't, I mean, they're lacking some key utility for retake attempts.
Verno's going to have to come up huge with this Hunter's Fury. He does re-clear mid with the drone.
I can't believe he got out. I thought he was dead. Havoc's pacing, Havoc's timing is gorgeous. Almost connects onto the third, but this is a different Furia from what we saw on Icebox.
They look so much more confident. Where was this? Maybe a little too confident now. Maybe playing a little bit too aggressive.
Couple goes straight back. Remember, Aspa still has blades, if I'm not mistaken, but Verno up really far here. And the spike has been taken for a little while here. 3 down in hell.
Standing ahead.
Is it enough, though?
Khalil tagged. He had to stay alive. That's big up from Verno. Off of the flash. Aspas looks to get high ground. Again, you've got to be able to flush them out from hell. They know exactly where they are. But Prize holds the line for Furia. The Red Bull clutch as they get to 6.
4 rounds in a row for Prize with that Phantom spray down. We might as well patent that for him. He keeps getting these collats with the Phantom. Yeah, he's so clean with it. And this isn't the first series that he's done this in, on this map specifically. I remember players lining up for him on Catwalk. He gets a 4K. He might be the master of the spray, and Havoc is getting another first blood, Doug.
And there is nothing that MIBR have been able to do to stop this unrelenting aggression from Havoc.
Enemy remaining.
I mean, this was an eco, but that was clean.
Just taking the fight straight to the MIBR members and winning. It's something that was kind of working for them in the beginning of Icebox, but MIBR were able to adjust. This time, MIBR kind of lost. They don't know how to handle this aggression in the mains.
And sometimes it's them setting Havoc up to take these early fights, and then other times it's just Havoc
Pre-firing you in the face.
Yeah.
Level heads until we're home, yes? Good.
Man, how many is he at? He and Heat, I mean, Heat has been, we've talked about
Heat's...
Heat a ton. But Havoc, the value he's been able to get on the openers, it's insane.
He's gotten tons of first bloods. They see this one again. And just disrespecting the one-ways, too. Disrespecting the utility of MIBR. I mean, disgusting work. Right now, MIBR cannot control this aggressive style of Furia. And look at the change of pace.
Flashbang.
It felt like the last 2-3 rounds, Furia have just been running it down in one of the chokes. This time playing more methodically, working the map.
Aspas is going to get challenged.
Oh.
Remember how good Havoc has been.
He knows, that's why he dashes out.
The trip is going to provide a little bit of cover, clears out, and snaps onto Aspas again.
Disgusting!
I mean, who is this guy? Now they have mid inserted. Verno's in trouble.
Still a drone here too. This is where Furia have been playing very well in the mid round on this attack side of Ascent. He's gonna drone from the corner. He's gonna get the info. Surely we clear Verno here.
This feels like a bait. Do they clear it? Do they check? Yeah, they were looking. And Verno gets his one, but you're triple faced. What are you gonna do there? The TP backs up from Shenum. Cortesi is here beside him. Side by side, shoulder by shoulder. 1 kill found. Make that 2 for the Sentinel. Artsine left in a 1v2.
There.
Rotating back towards B. He's going to be a little late to the party. He's going to have to solve it all on the fly.
Havoc starts the round. He finishes it out. But it was that 1v1 against Aspas, and you even saw it from Aspas's POV. He was kind of feeling pressured. He was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't take this 1v1 against Havoc. Falls all the way back, but still gets eliminated. Oh, man.
Brother, what?
Yeah.
I just got like mad scientist vibes
He knows.
out of him. That was cynical.
Yeah, he knows.
That had a streak of evil in it. That's wild.
This might be the most amount of rounds Furia has gotten on a map that's not named Lotus.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Attack Ascent on top of it. This is such a defense-sided map. But right now, the setups from MIBR, maybe just a little bit too obvious for Furia. I mean, they haven't really moved around the Cypher utility whatsoever. He's just been kind of anchoring B the whole time. They've tried some aggression towards A main, but the kills weren't really able to be converted. And it feels like MIBR are now playing a little bit scared, a little bit too passive. They're not even able to retake.
No, and if memory serves me right, that's the second time out.
Mm-hmm. They're done.
Yeah, Fraud hands off the wheel for the rest of this map.
You have to if you want a chance to bring it back. 2 rounds is not enough.
Gosh, that timeline. Yikes.
Right? The difference is, Furia aren't allowing MIBR to play this retake style. Heat's aggressive lurk timings, he's been cutting off every rotation, whether it's rotating to A, rotating to B.
Get out of my way.
Dude, I don't even know that it's about not allowing them to retake. Big out from Aspas. Fire with fire.
Finally, right? Finally shutting down Havoc. And then that happens.
Gosh, when that kid's on, he's on, man.
And they have a free B site just like that. Finally, we're going to see a 4-on-4 retake post plant. This might be the first one we've seen so far.
Knife not going to tag anyone. Prize hidden among the logs.
Stone's activated.
Still 2 flashes from Rafa as well to set him up.
They're not even playing in one in main. They're all playing up.
Great ice ult to delay.
Yeah, but they dodged some of that utility. Aspas instantly dropped as soon as he tries finding a way out. This is so labored. Shenm and Verno trying to approach us from different angles as Shenm was 1v1ing against Prize, able to win that out, and now they're able to play a little bit more aggressively here. Khalil's 9 HP will fall as Shenm gets 4. Uh-oh. I don't think there's enough time here. That's going to be really close, but I don't know that there's enough.
Nice shots from Shenm, but the disruption on that post plant from Furia, the crossfires they had on site, the timing peaks. They're playing so confident right now, Doug. Where was this Furia before?
Yeah.
Nasty, but it just doesn't matter. Khalil said that Furia have a hard time translating good practice into game day. And it kind of looked like that was going to be the case on that first map. But right now, they are playing to a high standard, a different level. We've never seen a Furia play like this. Aspas crept into wine again.
Paranoia gonna buy a little space. How long does he stay here? And do they have anything to clear him out?
Yeah.
Prize has his drone. But you imagine that gets cleared by Artine.
It's a walk up. I don't know. I don't think they know. Oh, Aspas could do some dirty work right here.
Yeah, but there needs to be something to let them know that that's where the hit is coming from. Artine's gonna dive, and there was too many there.
Seeing Aspas get overwhelmed like this is truly a sight to see.
Well, I mean, he was faced by 4.
But he's that guy. He's the one that is okay with that. I mean, he gets multi-kills. And now, how do you break through this on the retake? It's a 3v5. There's still so much utility on the side of Heat and Prize.
Cortesia is a sheriff.
Watching here.
You're cooked. This is cooked. That timeout did nothing, Doug.
A difficult problem that they're going to have to solve. Havoc's 2 HP, not enough to stand against the test of Cortesia. But still plenty of work to be done. Rafa just waiting for any swing into his crosshair. Spots ahead, Shenm and Verno. Side by side, get a couple kills. Price again, left in a 1v1. Cortesia finally able to upgrade a weapon. The time is low. I don't know that there's a shot for Cortesia to do this anyway. Even was getting the kill through, and he can't even get that. A dominant half for Furia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands.
I don't know that we do.
What is this? Surely this goes map 3, Doug. Surely.
Yeah.
10-2 on the attack side against MIBR.
Yeah, this was a really impressive performance from the defense.
And it wasn't just, you know, yeah, there was a lot of flashy kills, sure. But it was strategy too. I mean, they outplayed MIBR in every facet. Great IGLing from the side of Fury on this attack side.
A quick break in the second half of Ascent right after this. Well, if you're just tuning in, it is a 10-2 score at halftime, and you may be thinking, well, it's a 10-2 for MIBR because, well, it's MIBR, and they're playing against Furia. But lo and behold, you could not be more wrong. Heat, Havoc, and Prize got in on it a little bit, but they put up an insanely competitive... I mean, that's probably the best half of VALORANT we've maybe ever seen from them.
Yeah, 100%. And it's not on Lotus, which is even more impressive. It's on Ascent, where they got absolutely destroyed by Leviathan. What a bounce back for this squad. It just looks like they were so much more confident, but they were actually playing to their advantages as well. And that was the difference. On Icebox, they had a lot of first bloods. It was 9-7, yeah, in favor of MIBR, but still, the conversions on those first bloods is what was lacking for the side of Furia. And this time on their attack, they cleaned it up. And Heat, what a monster. Let's see what Havoc can cook up here on this defensive side. He's running into 3.
Brother.
Disgust.
On to Aspas, too.
Die.
Oh, crazy trade from Verno. Maybe a little bit of luck on that one. Kind of changes things a lot now for the side of MIBR. Evening numbers like that on the attacking side tends to put you in favor. It is Vice utility here at B, but that B wall is so far back. Might be able to separate some members. See how far MIBR decide to contact up. Let's see if they see this wall.
I think they have to be rotating over here soon. Given that they're not seeing any info A, they've got to know to get through. Shenum has to stay on the other side alongside Verno.
Surely you go for this.
They've got to win this fight. They've got to win the fight out of market, and they've got to win the fight to spawn. Rafa not taking any damage. Very well done. Keeping the attempt at a retake relatively high as far as possibility. Our team down to 40 HP. Fury are waiting for the second round of utilities to be able to try to get through. That knife tagging onto the first Shenna, waiting for the first swing. Paranoia connecting. That's going to buy a little bit of time, but they aren't taking the window that's been afforded to them. A second flash they have to deal with main. It's Laybird. High's got flash. Still gets a kill. Shenum now falls. Members of the attack weak as the defense inches closer and closer, but MIBR desperately needed pistol to keep this thing competitive.
It all came down to that window of opportunity with that paranoia onto Shenum. The fact that Furia weren't jumping on that instantly.
Yep.
That paranoia that comes out from Shenum is able to delay for just long enough for the other members to get activated and online. And I was so curious in this moment why Rafa didn't decide to pop flash through that smoke and help Heat out. That was 100% the play.
Nice! Let's go.
Those players in boat would have surely gotten flashed, and Heat probably continues to dominate this map, and now all of a sudden MIBR have a chance.
Havoc with a Marshall. He's tucked into this cheeky little spot. We've seen this out of him before. We've seen this out of Furia before. Dashing now back as they know all attention is towards A. Khalil with the trigger discipline, but it's just not enough. Aspas wisely turns around. Havoc not connecting on the spam. Now what do Furia do here?
In the past, they've tried to die to the spike. It looks like Havoc, he was trying to get some use out of that Marshall. He takes armor off of Shenum, but it's not going to be enough. And it's a decent investment from the side of Furia, to be honest. Heat will get some value out of that Sheriff buy, but they're going to have light armor, Heat and Havoc, in the following round. And that's kind of scary because when you look at the side of MIBR, you have Verno and Aspas sitting on a Phantom. That's a one-shot headshot on the entry.
Yeah, again, it's the same FPX buy from the previous map.
That can be a big difference maker, seriously, especially because Heat and Havoc have been the ones kind of at the forefront taking a lot of the first engagements. These Phantoms from the side of MIBR might punish Furia on this bonus. Such a nice shot here, too. Yeah. Pixel.
Team A.
If they can find a way to quiet Heat and Havoc, they have a shot at getting back into this. But they've been so good for Furia this map that, I mean, that's much easier said than done. Goes the utility to clear out line. Aspas on the cross, not fully committing onto the dash. Not yet, anyway. Now out. They've got a lot of space. Fury close by. You were talking about the lighter armor, excuse me. Havoc is the first to fall. Khalil will join him. He does too. Oh, this has all the smells, all the makings of a bonus.
And it was clean too. MIBR used so much utility to clear out Wine. They didn't want to get caught off guard by anything. The spacing on that attack as well was so nice. Not allowing that Vice Wall to get enough value, not allowing those Thorns to get value either. And the trades on the site went completely in favor of MIBR. Those Phantoms reigning supreme over the light armor that Furia had. And if you look again, I mean, it's still scrappy buys right now. Furia are getting snowballed right now. And they just need to settle. They still have timeouts in play. They have 2.
Yeah, it is early in the half, but
you've got to stop this momentum. That's such a bad round to lose. You're within 5 now. And this round surely goes the way of MIBR.
There has been a turn of the tides. All members of MIBR here. You got a little bit of defense. It's just not enough to really fight back. They know where Heat is. Aspas will fall. But you imagine it's just a matter of time. There's no way that he can withhold and withstand the aggression and the pressure his way. And so now Rafa and Khalil with their 2 stingers are left trying to retake this somehow.
They know Khalil is here as well.
Yeah.
Omen TP invested into this round. Maybe just trying to get some damage done, but still spammed out. Problem is, the economy is still not looking too good for the side of Furia. I don't even know if Havoc will be able to buy up an operator in this next round. I feel like it's so crucial to have your duelist have an op on this map on the defensive side. You can isolate so many of these lanes, get first bloods, especially with the way that we've seen Havoc play so far.
Yep.
Hitting a lot of those first shots. Let's see if we'll have enough here.
It almost feels like it would be a miss if they didn't play around that, and that is what they'll
Okay,
do.
he does
Light
have
armor,
enough.
light armor and an op for Havoc, and a timeout for Furia.
Yeah, I think this timeout is perfect right now. You have a good opportunity to set yourself up. Close this map out. Make sure everyone's settled. This isn't even a strategic timeout by any means. This is just, hey, let's settle, calm the nerves a little bit. We amassed a great lead on our attacking side. Yeah, they've won 4 in a row. It's okay. We can still do this. More of a spiritual timeout than anything, Doug.
I do think there will have to be some conversation, though, around how they deal with what MIBR has been able to do on the attack. Now, Aspas is going to have an op. I mean, there's a little for them to reckon with, too.
That's actually very interesting. The attack operator. I mean, Aspas is known to do this. He did this a ton on Leviathan when he was on that roster. You remember seeing all those clips of him at Champs, walking up mid specifically with that op. He's not afraid to take those fights deep into your spawn or deep into B market. Obviously, he'll get some utility to set himself up to do so.
Right.
But let's see how Havoc decides to play around that, or if he's the one that decides to take the 1v1.
Well, we were hoping for an op duel, given the tail of the tape that we just went through, but it seems like, well, yeah, it seems like Havoc is going to be playing A. So we will not see that exchange early on. But again, all eyes towards figuring out how do they find success on this attack op.
Yeah, Aspas is definitely going to be working some mid picks here.
Wait, they are going to peek this.
Oh.
They're going to peek this. He's on the other side of it. No, don't go back to that. Aspas hitting the shot onto Havoc.
There's just no need for you to be jump spotting that in that moment. I say that as Prize evens the score in B main. Usually this prompts a speed up onto A site because the Senti is down.
That's getting a little value. That drone is going to provide some problems. Shenum saved alive through that. Nicely done. And there's the attack side up again.
It's just reigning supreme. He's holding all the angles for his team as they walk up.
A quick lance to the money for Furia too. It doesn't get any better in the next round. Khalil has to find a lot of value.
And they know he's here.
Confirmed now by Shenum's peak.
He's just trying to buy time for Heat. The Heat is taking way too long. The round's over.
Yeah.
Save.
Or do you double down and give another gun away?
It's getting out of hand right now. Furia have lost the plot. And MIBR right now, they know that the operator's on Cat. That's why 2 players are aimed and trained on that angle. Prize gets taken out.
you know, part of the criticism I've had for Furia throughout the year is how often it feels like their fights are heavily forced. And I mean, you see why just on this map, because when they're on, it's insane, right? Like they're shooting like crazy, and you look like they can best anybody. And in a lot of ways, they've repeatedly bested one of the best to ever play the game. But when they're
Pick it up, you can't save it.
No, there's another up here. That's my up. You know, I went up.
But then there are times where they force it in situations like this, and
They
it's
get
not
shut
changing.
down.
Yeah.
Shut down. My ult is ready.
There's help on the other side. That's another really good example of that prize forcing the hand a little bit too much. Cortesia had his back.
I know exactly where you are.
And again, there was a weird investment here. Khalil is the sheriff, but they bought up around it.
It's just so awkward. I mean, that lost bonus money does add up.
Yeah.
And they should have a buy, but I'm still just question marks around my head about that peak from Havoc, that late peak catwalk. I guess not expecting the attack side operator, which does make sense, but still. I mean, your KO was already there making noise, and now you just dry swing in. Gotta get over the pass, though. It's post-plant. Should be fortified. I mean, I say that, but Verno is very far away.
Just making sure there's no one going to be on a late flank. Remember, it's a Guardian and a Sheriff, and the Sheriff gets a kill.
Vice ult committed. We're going for it.
Time is short, though. And you were mentioning how Verno was so far away. I think he's still got a gun. He does. Waiting for the weaponry to join him. Opts to go for the utility. Chooses not to do it. Now Heat's left in 1v2. He's been good. But time is so short. And they invested, again, they invested that Vice ult. They're not going to carry a gun into the next round. MIBR are going to get to 8.
This is why you cannot give confidence to teams like MIBR. They're at a different level. They have experienced players that are able to bring it back for the rest of the squad. We're within 2 rounds now, after a 10-2 attacking half from Furia. There's just no way. Even in that 2v2 that was played, Khalil had an Omen smoke. Didn't even decide to use it on the spike to try to bait out half.
Right here. Scanning ahead.
Again, pace towards A. Khalil, the only one in the vicinity.
Get out of my way.
Shot down.
And oftentimes getting punished here too, playing up close.
Aspas popped his blades.
I mean, Khalil's stuck.
Dashing into the smoke, waiting for the second bit of utility out. Fade away from Aspas as he's looking for the second. Warning shots onto Havoc. A threat, and he's going to try to first one. That's so aggressive, and he gets 2!
Down A.
Relentless in his approach, and rewarded for it. They cannot let this one slip. This would be heartbreak. This would be disaster. It was a 4v2.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
and crisis averted. Furia get to 11.
I mean, it came down to the wire, though. They had full advantage, 4v2, like you stated. And it comes down to a 1v1. Rafa with some really good utility to set up Havoc's Flood here. But yeah, Khalil, he's been getting punished here at this A site. He's playing way too up close. I mean, in previous rounds, getting hit by daggers. This time, he's just stuck there from the drone.
Last player standing.
And of course, Prize getting a spray down with the Phantom again. But it's not comfortable for Furia.
Scanning ahead.
Maybe a bit of a sigh of relief, though, but aggression here.
Give me those.
Oh, a cheeky little tiles crunch.
Give me
Oh! Havoc looking for the third and will find it. Furia knocking on the door of map point.
One enemy remaining.
Jeez.
And they've read Shenham. They've read our team. They read MIBR that round.
That one round giving enough confidence
That
for
wins
Furia
the
to run it down, W key, and get to match point. It was a long time coming, Doug, but they've made it. That second shot was ridiculous.
Yeah, this one, he was flat. Oh.
Boom. Verno just no chance. Some pretty things out here from the side of Furia, but now it's going to be full B approach from MIBR. An operator meeting them here. Dash procced early on.
Waiting for the threat. Havoc has no way to get out. He's stuck here, and now they know where he is. They're gonna hunt him down, and they're gonna clean him up. Off the board now as they turn their attention towards B, the paranoia back sight. Inferno knows where he is. He's trying to connect onto him. It's a little labored, but it will fall through. Now a 5v3 for the attack. Rafa's still playing on the other side of the map.
Yeah, you go for a save here. I mean, if some of the members are able to get a pick on an MIBR, maybe you can go for it, but the discipline right now, not allowing any mistakes to falter through. Yeah, that attack onto Havoc, he got completely overwhelmed. A good use of the KO ultimate from Artscene. And that Molly Sova ult back sight, there's only one spot Prize could be in that moment. Completely cleared out. A much needed answer back after some crazy aggressive plays from Furia.
Oh.
I mean, all damage is good right now. Look at the economy from MIBR. It's not pretty. I mean, I think he hears that jump.
Yeah.
I wonder if Rafa's going to go for this.
I think he will.
He should. He should.
That's gonna hurt. Yep.
There it is.
That's one down. Will our team survive? I think he will, yeah. So they get one gun out. Should be enough to buy back up, though. There was not enough damage at the end. But you're right, on the long enough timeline, given the fact that they're trying to play for OT, that does matter.
Yeah, often in times like this, if you're able to get, I mean, 3-4 guns out, the attacking side is only able to buy up light armor and bulldogs and stuff of that sort. But the fact that MIBR are able to get away with 3 of those weapons is good. And here comes the B rush again, back-to-back rounds.
It's an Odin for Prize, too. And look at where he's posted up. Flash popping through. They've got the wall on the other side. Aspas getting across right into the Odin. Connecting onto the second. Only 3 left now. Again, Furious so close. The wall keeping them at bay.
I know
It's all on Artsy and Cortesia now. Can they keep this thing alive or split on the cards? Prize with 3.
Down B.
Cortesia, a man left alone. A 1v3 attempt to keep Ascent in play, and I don't know how he pulls this one off.
Oh, the Odin was so strong from Prize. Instantly deleting everyone on his screen. Let's see if Cortesia is next on the list, and he is.
Defenders win.
Furia take Ascent from MIBR.
That is a massive win for them, and it is also, again, just to remind everyone, the first time they win a map that's not called Lotus. This stage, and I mean, they look good doing it. They pushed them, they were aggressive. Think about, again, how many times Heat and Havoc were able to just aggro swing, take the fight to MIBR, and walk away on top. It was really impressive.
Masterful display of mechanics. The calling on the attack side is what really shined for me, though, from this squad, because it wasn't just all the Heat and Havoc show. Yes, the entries help, but it's the way that you close out the round, something that they couldn't do on Icebox. And now going into Split, when you have momentum, when you have an opportunity to win your first game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes a long way. MIBR, no slouches on Split, though. I mean, who knows what kind of composition they're going to bring. You remember earlier this year, they were running the double duelist comp. And so if that is what they decide to go with or change it around, we might have fire against fire. And given how Havoc and Heat and Prize were shooting on Ascent, we might be in for a good time. Tied 1-1, Split to decide it all. We'll see you guys soon.